Why, hello, and welcome to a scene set in the desert of our Crusade Season 2. This time, however, set in a rather unfamiliar location to all. Eirene Argyri, not a lady, but a mere maiden, a servant. Through the most through the hard efforts of her contacts and her allies and her ways, has managed to procure herself a minor position as a simple servant within one of the noble homes of House Orbellion. It has been a trying couple of nights. She goes to bed in a dark, damp, lightless room every night. On a wooden slab with the faintest fabric. To cover the hardness of the wood. Every night is cold, miserable, and demanding, and often painful. As Eirene often wakes up late for work, as she has been gregariously offered a shift that has her work as part of the skeleton crew at night rather than during the day, as she and her allies fought ahead of time. But she often wakes up late. And the punishments for lack of punctuality are often cruel and undeserving. As that is how we're going to begin the scene, is Eirene getting up late again.
Oh boy. Yeah, she will get up again, will kind of curse herself for again being late. She keeps trying to wake up earlier and earlier, but it's just not, it does not work. It's annoying. It's annoying her because this is a plan that she'd been thinking about for a while, and yeah, she puts time and effort in it, and then to make it fail at such a minor inconvenience is a setback. But she'll get up quickly. She has learned not to undress or change into night robes because that just takes time. So she doesn't sweat anyway. So she's just gonna get up immediately. She even keeps her shoes on during the day and just run out, saving herself a couple of minutes where she else would have to get dressed. Is there anyone there? And is there in the room? Is there like a fellow servant or is someone like outside?
There are you are the last person. It appears you appear to have been jostled a little bit, but it appears no one has really taken any real effort to wake you past that point.
Okay.
But no one else is here. They've all left you behind.
Damn it. And yeah, she'll start on whatever chores she's been set to do. usually, like probably cleaning or sweeping the floor or cleaning out the hearth or, you know, stuff
You
like
are
that.
given the worst chores.
Probably.
You are sent down the cellar to catch rats.
Ah, great. That's going to be a mighty damn difficult job for like someone
You
who
do not
is
get any tools.
no, but because yeah, the animals are usually a bit scared of her, as with any
You're expected
canines.
to catch at least 5.
And she's all alone in the cellar?
Yes, it is extremely dark. There are a few torches. You are given a few torches are at least put up in expectation of you doing your task.
Yeah. Uh, does Obtenebration 2 still have that stamina choking effect?
Yes. It would probably kill and suffocate the animals if they couldn't make their way out of it in time.
Exactly. So she will look around to see if anyone is there, but with the darkness being already so present, it's she figures it probably no one, even if they would walk in, would immediately notice that it became more deeper. And yeah, she will summon her cloud of darkness.
It costs you a blood point. Oh, could you? Yeah, you. This would make you hungry. Actually, you're already hungry, so please
Yeah,
make
that's
me
why
a.
I asked if there was anyone else there.
Nope, but you would be able to hunt. You'd be able to hunt.
Okay. Then she would.
It's
Would she be
Disorder,
able to?
so any enables distract.
Would she be able to hunt before setting it to her or going about her task, or after?
No, I'll say you could have done this last night. You've had to change your hunting pattern to a night before. To like at the end of your shift last night, because you're basically your quote shift starts as soon as you wake up, and you are considered to be late when
Yeah.
you wake up.
Yeah. No, in that case, she would definitely have hunted the night before, like before she went to bed. And I will make a quick hunting roll. Hunting, of course. That is, I think, 6 dice. Charisma. Yeah, that's 6 dice. That
Okay,
is
that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
okay.
5
That's good
successes.
enough.
Yeah, you can do okay. Now make your manipulation occult roll for Octane. Takes away 2 stamina from you as well.
Okay.
It takes away from everything inside the cloud.
Okay.
Ooh, the one
Manip,
negative they carried over from
occult.
D20 standard.
Yeah, only 1 success.
Only 1 success. Cloud doesn't actually. How big is the cloud? 1 second. Because depending on how large it states the cloud can be, it might actually be enough to cover the whole room still, but it might not. I need to
10
check.
feet or 3 meters. Anywhere within 50 yards a meter of the character. So she can place it somewhere where she's not standing in it herself. I thought as much, but
No, it snuffs out most of the flames, though, and it becomes extremely dark and difficult to see.
Yeah.
There are a couple of torches left by the entrance, but you're effectively acting in almost full darkness at this point.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like she's just gonna wait and see if she can. Like basically, what she's doing is she's throwing it into the cellar and then waiting at the entrance for a couple of minutes, and then I mean, as soon as it comes into contact with fire, I presume it is still poofs away as well. At least that was with the old V20.
Are you standing at the entrance
Yeah,
to the cellar?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, of course, not down, like not like on top of the stairs, but down.
Okay. I was just asking. It's relevant.
Because
You're in the
that would
cellar.
also give her the opportunity to notice anyone coming down, and it would give her
No?
the opportunity to just watch the moments.
You see a couple of animals, rats, flee out of the cloud. But once you keep it there for a few minutes, and presumably you roll it around the place because you can move it as you're not
Yeah,
being distracted.
you can actually move it. Nice.
You can move it as long as you yourself are not taking any additional action, I believe.
Huh. Okay.
Um, it doesn't really say.
No, I've never heard of
Um,
it.
it doesn't. I thought you could. I guess I'm remembering V20, but oh, it doesn't take blood to use Nocturne. I apologize. That's only if you can't see the area you're affecting. But no. I will say you're allowed to move it around. No one's distracting you, and you're able to concentrate.
Okay.
So you can have it
If
just
you want
kind of
to, I can make
rolling.
another. I can make another roll for it.
Nope, it's fine. You can easily take 5 on this action. No one is stopping you.
Okay.
So you roll the cloud around. And you're able to kill a few rats with it as they suffocate to death.
Yay.
You don't
Which you
exactly
already.
catch the nest or anything, but you kill the ones that are out and about. You certainly scared them off for the evening.
That's the beginning, at least. Does she reach her kill quote?
Yeah, you kill a fair few.
Okay.
You've gotten a fair few. You just need to all carry out these bodies out and dump them somewhere.
I mean, I take it she has like a sack or something. She just starts collecting the bodies as she dissipates the cloud, and yeah.
There was no equipment for you.
Oh, there's no quit. Okay, well then she just gathers them in her skirts. She's not gonna go up and down with like rats' bodies. Jeez.
Yeah, as you walk out of like these pile, like a small pile of rats in your hands, like you just kind of, obviously some of the
Scratch them.
servants give you a bit of side eye and just kind of walk away from you. At least a rather small amount that is managing the minor estate is at night. You feel kind of some of them whispering behind their back about you. You don't really catch the full conversation, but they seem to speak of you as if you won't last long here.
Which, I mean, to a certain point, they probably are, right? So yeah, Irene will go find the place where she can dump the rats, and we'll do so.
Um, you're either expected to bury them or burn them, basically.
Is there like a fire outside? Burning them inside would just make like terrible stink.
You remember the one time someone lit a fire inside the house without authorization. Um, the master of servants beat them into unconsciousness.
I mean, she's definitely not planning to start a fire inside, especially not. So she's just like sometimes there is like a campfire outside of a house for like guards to keep warm, or for, you know, just some light at the entrance of a house. She needs to go outside anyway with these bodies, so whether she buries them or burns them, burning is quicker.
There is a place, like, it's all the way at the back, you know, it's on kind of gravel. So as to not start a fire on the grass. There are certain areas kind of paved with gravel, a lot of which are function as roadways. But yeah, you can see people dumping stuff onto this fire. Some of it's just clothing that's torn to shreds or dirty. Others are dead animals, like the ones you're carrying.
Yep, she will make her way over there.
There's quite a bit being burnt there. It's not exactly a bonfire, but it seems to be
Oh.
where they burn and fumigate the trash.
That sounds perfect.
You see other people kind of digging it and just like, yeah, that's dug there. We're going to pretend it doesn't exist now. These are some of the people who got the shit end of the job like you. There's only really 2 of them. But even they, you know, they talk about you as if you're not going to last long, as if even they are above you. At least they get up on time.
Yeah, she'll just go to the fire and at a safe distance, kind of disposes of the rats. Yeah, the people that she knows are talking about her. She just would she do that? Would she intimidate them? She doesn't even have intimidation, I think. So I think she would just smile, kind of semi-friendly at them, like, I know what you're doing and it's not working.
They see you walk up to the fire and actually you have 5 courage, you don't have to care. So yeah, you're able to kind of engage in a smile and yeah. You're able to do this smile and wave routine. Interestingly, the entity inside you has spoken little since you arrived here.
She'll just nod. Good evening.
No.
But she doesn't expect any comment from them. Like, no.
Yeah, no, they literally grunt at you.
No, that's fair. As she after she disposes of the rats, she'll go find some other tasks at hand. Like, there's probably, like, I can imagine there's like a head, like night head or something like that. I don't know. Household night master or something.
You're assigned to some pretty grim jobs throughout the day, and some pretty dangerous ones. You get pretty much all the worst jobs. Not just as a new servant, but as one that seems to perpetually not do their work on time and wake up late, and it's considered to be literally the whipping girl. Yeah. And you even hear those 2 as you leave. It's like, why did they even hire her? I don't know, mate. Some friend of the fucking lady. Yeah, it's probably some fucking beggar girl. Can't afford anyone better these days. No quality work left.
She
she'll
hears
find
that.
herself on the street soon enough.
She'll turn around and she says, I really doubt the lady of the house would like it if you call her that. It would be a shame if someone were to hear it accidentally. Don't you think? And smiles again very sweetly. And walks away.
Yeah, well, it'd be a shame if you end up on this bonfire. Now, fuck off.
She will try to ignore that. Even though that was an insult, and it kind of was like, I'm so far above you guys.
You're treated like dirt for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, that's fair.
Until someone, the master of servants, calls you in. This is not the first time he has done so.
Yeah, she will follow him in. Well, curtsy. Try to make it look a little bit
He doesn't
more.
look this regal. He looks quite mundane, to be completely frank.
She will, yeah, like I said, she will still curtsy. Make it look a little bit more plump than her usual curtsies. And we'll wait for him to speak up. After all, she's the low servant here.
You were late again.
Apologize, sir.
You are here as a favor to those above you. You were not brought in to laze about.
No, sir.
You've been given opportunities to redeem yourself, to perform your tasks with adequacy and on time.
I am very grateful for those opportunities.
And yet you spit in our face. Even a layman outside are more proactive than you. And you've been here nearly 3 days. You've been given the most charitable occupation one could offer for one such as you.
I think she has to roll for frenzy there because he's insulting her and insulting her.
Yep. Roll that self-control.
I'll roll that self-control.
You can feel the presence inside, observing with anticipation. You're fine.
As controlled as ever. I
3 days. 3 instances of tardiness. Get on your knees.
She will.
He takes out a whip. Cat of nine tails, I think it's called.
Oh boy. Yeah.
You will receive 10 lashes for every act of tardiness, and you will continue to receive them until you learn.
And she'll bow her head for a moment, thinking, mostly because the player needs to look up dominate. And yeah, she will actually, as he raises the whip, she is going to do two things. First of all, she's going to no, nothing really bad. She's going to look up very pleadingly, and I will roll appearance empathy for that. I think empathy would be best.
Okay.
Appearance
empathy. You're
just
trying
to
to look
make herself
pleading and
yes.
helpless. I guess this is what would this be for him? This would be probably be opposed to a manipulation. There's not really a role where you can just roll someone's lack of conscience.
You could just roll willpower, but there's going to be more. It's just like, well, that's
I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll with willpower plus his courage, I suppose. It should probably be like.
I got 3 successes.
I'll make it it's only 4. It's only 4 dice. He's a bitch, really. Yeah, he's a bitch. Okay. So for every success you scored over, he gives you 10 less lashes. So he only gives you 10 lashes instead.
She's not done. Oh boy,
She's not
this
done?
is going to be a difficult roll. Yeah, I said I was going to be make a combi. Manipulation, intimidation. It was really funny because I don't have intimidation. So it's going to be a pure manipulation roll.
Yep. What are you doing?
After she has looked him in the eyes very pleadingly, very silently, very softly, very, very like, please help me, doing the puppy dog eyes, she will.
He's been charitable to you.
She'll just say, stop using dominate. Please don't hurt me. There must be another way that I can make up for lost time. And she'll blink her eyelashes a couple of times. The stop was like the dominate one. And now I'm going to make appearance. That will be appearance subterfuge, I think, to hint at what she could do to make up for lost time. So if you can't work your way up, you seduce your way up with 2 successes only, but still.
He stops. Because you look so pleading and so vulnerable, he doesn't really realize this is something abnormal.
Please, my lord, there must be a way for me to be able to please you. She says with all her appearance for prettiness.
You'll walk around, Eirene. And once he's behind you, he'll just he'll kind of crouch down behind her, and he'll whisper in her ear, "And however do you intend to repay me for the insult?"
And she'll turn her head a little bit and just bites her lower lip. And she says, "Well, I am sure you have no... Actually, does he wear like a wedding ring or something? Is he married?
Does it matter in the Dark Ages?
Some?
He
She looks
does.
around. Huh. Yeah, like I said, she looks around and kind of glances to like his hands and then back to his face again and just looks in his eyes and it's like, I am sure that there are not a lot of pretty servants here. Must be hard for a man of your stature to find some relaxation. Is it not?
And was such a hard thing to be away from family for so long.
I can understand. It's difficult for a man to be away from his wife. It's hard, or so I've been told.
What of you, little girl? Are you married?
I never had the good fortune of marrying, my lord. Women here, their hands must be really hard from all the hard work. I have only just started. My hands are still soft. Which is true because, noble woman.
And also you're an unchanging undead entity.
Also that, but if she was an unchanging undead entity with like farmer's hands, then that would have never changed. And her hands, well, oh my. She'll turn around a bit further and yeah, she'll kind of slowly, take her hands and just places them on his shoulders and starts to just rub them a little bit. And when she kind of has him like in the right position, she'll just go for his neck, really, because that feeling is pretty good.
Yeah, No, it is.
So she'll just take 1 blood point because really she is full. But or well, full. She's not full, but she has enough, and she doesn't need to get him like completely out of it. But she just takes 1 blood point and then licks the wound clean. And yeah, watches to see his reaction.
Oh, I mean, he's mortal. He gets, yeah, that happens. He's wrapped up in the ecstasy of the kiss. There's no resistance whatsoever, and just pure enjoyment.
And then she kind of leans forward and just whispers in his ear, "Surely, it's not too bad if I'm late once in a while, right? This is to be my punishment."
He is a little stunned for a moment from the kiss, but eventually nods in acquiescence to your implication.
And so I have to confess, I heard some of the other servants talk really bad of Our Lady. I'm sure they would need teachings. Maybe they should be catching rats from time to time, every other night.
Oh, we couldn't have a delicate little fowl like you catching rodents now, could we? He kind of tips up your neck a little bit and kisses you back on the neck, but it's not as it's not as thrilling, needless to say.
So what job would you want me to do then?
You will serve the man and lady of the house directly. During the evening hours of the night. But should you be late, we'll have to go through this song and dance again. Kind of rubs your cheek in a pretty uncomfortable fashion.
She will smile and nod. You are so generous, sir. I thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah, she'll start like slowly getting up and starts to well, make sure that she doesn't look like that she looks presentable, let's just say it like that.
Yeah, as you get up, actually, there's a brief moment. You're buttoning up, and he's getting up, and it appears as if you've accomplished what you've set out to do, and he's satisfied your master before you. Then you see him kind of briskly and with like this glint of just threatening hatred in his eyes, slams you into a wall with your right shoulder, and the other left hand just barely misses your head, like as if he could have just crushed it against the wall, but he doesn't.
She blinks, surprised. So,
Do not disappoint me, or I'll take that debt back.
can I make an empathy roll? Because with "do not disappoint me," does he mean that I need to get to be late so that he can have his thing, or that he does want me to be on time and actually performing well? Like,
Lol.
can I make an empathy roll on this? Because I'm not sure. I'm just gonna make an empathy roll on that. Please don't fail. No, 3 successes. Which one of the two is he suggesting?
I mean, he's suggesting that you better not fuck up in front of the man and the lady of the house.
Okay, that's fair. And she will.
As long as that embarrasses him, then he's getting the lashes. And no, you hate them so much that you seduced this guy.
And she looks down and then, like, through her lashes, kind of glances up at him. I will do my utmost best to please the Lord and Lady of this house.
There's a good girl. And he releases you that issue. Seems he was just threatening you to make the point.
Yeah, Irene is like thinking to herself, like, you really are not that strong.
He's not,
I mean,
actually.
she had her sire with like strength 6 total, like throw her against walls and stuff. So this is like,
He doesn't seem particularly strong, but you're aware why he is the master of the servants. He's definitely quite intimidating. He certainly has the tools to whip people into line and bring them true harm. After all, a night or two ago you were given lashes yourself. Wasn't exactly a pleasant experience.
no, it was annoying. That's why we're doing it different now.
It was painful.
Like, why would people do this? And yeah, but as he releases her, she'll just slide with one finger past his cheek, and she says, "I will make sure not to ever disappoint you." And then she'll just walk out.
And yes, you leave, and you don't have too much to do for the rest of the night. You are given an opportunity to leave and do your own thing and hunt in preparation for the next night.
Which she
Although
will
the
do when...
servants do notice...
No, go on.
But the servants do notice you came out with no lashes. The back of your shirt is not torn via the physical actions of the lashes. They don't see any signs of injury, and this causes more talk. Yeah, more negative talk. It seems these people are either jealous of you. Well, they're always jealous and hateful of you. How could they not be?
I mean, duh, they're servants. What do you expect?
But yeah, when you return to bed, that presence that has been absent from you for the past couple of nights has begun to return. And you feel that warm embrace. Very much like a person behind you wrapping you in a hug.
Yeah, she'll she'll smile and kind of lean into that hug and sort of a wordless hello.
Yeah. It's where you could feel someone kissing on your neck. Just this time it's so much more than what that pitiful mortal could have ever provided you.
Duh.
And that is where we shall end this scene. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you next time.